Welcome to Berwick Mitsubishi. My name is Mason and today we're doing a walk around video of something very exciting. So this is the 2018 Kia Stinger GT. Now this car is a beautiful work of art, this car. It's got so many little features and details in the actual car that make this such an exceptional car. Now it's not a car that you would expect Kia to create, but it is a car that only Kia can make. Now just take a look at this beautiful front end. Gives a really nice, classy yet aggressive look. Being the GT model, it is a sports edition, the Grand Touring model. One thing you will notice is a beautiful grille. Now Kia's designed this as a tiger nose grille. It does give a really nice split grille look with this really nice rib pattern with the chrome tips on the end of that. Really breaks up the color of the car and gives a nice, aggressive yet a classy look. Now at the front end, one thing I will note, it does have a sensor and a front camera. Now this is for the 360 camera that does come with the car, as well as the color match parking sensors that are fitted into the actual front bar. Now as we come across the side, you can see the state-of-the-art headlight designed by Kia. It is really a work of art when you're looking at it. So many different levels and so much detail in the car. It does have a LED projector globe, as well as a 9-crystal turning signal as well. Now each one of these crystals do indicate in that beautiful amber orange to give a really nice color to the actual headlight. As we come across the side of the car, you can see this really beautiful, classy design that Kia's gone for in the rim with the dual tone, with the gunmetal and the chrome finish on top. It gives a really nice polished look to the car with a slight concave as well. Now, looking at the rim, it does have no marks on it. It's completely untouched, perfect condition with plenty of tread on these Michelin tires as well. As you can see, one thing that does stand out about this setup is the Brembo Calipers. Really nice big Brembo Calipers that will give the car plenty of stopping power. Being the GT model, twin turbo V6 motor, plenty of power behind the car, and you've got the stopping power to make up for it as well. Another thing I'll note is something you can't actually see, but this car does have electrical suspension as well. Now that has a real-time suspension that adjusts its dampening based on the speed and the actual tarmac, tarmac that you are driving on. As we come across to the side of the car, you get this really beautiful vent here. It is functional. It does have a functional aspect to it that does allow air to flow through the actual car to cool the brakes when you are on the going on those long drives. Looking at the side mirror, you get this beautiful chrome finish on the side mirror. It gives a nice reflective look to break the color of the car on the side, and you do get the indicator also built into the side of the side mirror. It does give good visibility to the drivers on the side and clears up the side panel of the car as well. As we come across the side, you get the color matched door handles for the driver and passenger, and being a keyless entry, it is just a push of the button to unlock and lock the car as well. When you do lock it, the side mirrors do tuck in as well, so in case you are parked on the side of the road. Taking a look at the inside, this car is designed for comfort yet style as well. You can see this beautiful leather stitch seat covers. It is a very fine leather stitching as well. Very comfortable bolsters and great condition as well. You can see the car's been very well looked after. There's no marks or any damage to the actual paintwork, and the customer has got scuff plates on there as well, again to prevent any damage to the actual paintwork, and no marks on the door when people can get lazy and kick the door open as well. So the previous owner has really looked after this car, has done a great job on the paintwork as well. One thing I will note, as we are looking on the side of the car, it doesn't actually have tint. It is slightly darker in the back, but that's just a privacy glass. I will discuss more detail of that with you, but I do recommend you speak to us about our tint options as well that we do offer with the dealership. That does give a lifetime warranty on the tint. As we come across to the second alloy, again, mint condition, no marks or any damage to the actual rim, and again you got those rear Brembo calipers as well, front mounted as well, to give that extra stopping power for the actual car. As we come across the side and to the back, you can see this really sleek design. Again, beautiful artwork by Kia. You got this really nice headlight that does come across the whole back of the car with your rear high mounted taillight as well. Obviously give good visibility to the drivers that are behind you, and this nice little duck lip to give a really sporty look to the back end of the car. Being the GT, you get this quad tip exhaust as well. Beautiful sound. I have tested it myself and I can say it is a beautiful sound with the DSG and the blow-off valves that are in this car as well. And you get this real nice classy black diffuser just under there as well. Another thing I will note, you get the reverse camera just under there and the rear parking sensors. Like I said, it does have 360 camera as well. So Now this is an automatic tailgate, so you do just have to tap the button and the car will open for you. You can open it from the inside of the car as well when you are sitting in the driver's seat. And you can see there's plenty of space in the back of the car. The way the car is designed is allow for plenty of access, a wide access as well to the boot, so you can fit those wider things in without the narrow edging blocking your way. And those seats do fold down as well. It gives you plenty of space in the back. I think about 400 liters in the back, and if you drop the seats down, it's about 1,100 liters space in the actual back of the car. So plenty of space in the car, and it does come with the genuine carpet mats as well. Just demonstrate. You got another button up here. You just tap the button, tailgate will close for you as well. You do get the scuff plates just under here as well. Stop any damaging to the actual paint. As you come across the side, you do see this really nice taillight detail as well coming across the side of the car to break up the paint. Give really nice detail to the actual color and aesthetic of the car. Fuel cap is on the safe side of the car, so if you are pulled over on the side of the road in an incident where you run out of fuel or something, it is on the safe side. You are kept safe tucked on this side of the car as well. As we come across to the last alloy, the third alloy, sorry, again, amazing condition, the one that does get scratched the most. There's no major marks or scuffing, no stone chips or anything. Great condition, and again, plenty of tread on these Michelin tires as well, and Brembo brakes. As you look across the side, it does have a slight vinyl wrapping, acrylic wrapping across this as well. Now that's just to prevent any stone chips or any damage to the actual paintwork. So Kia has done their job to look after the paintwork. So I recommend you do your job to look after the paintwork and talk to us about our glass coat options that we offer here as well. It does give a lifetime warranty on this amazing silky grey paintwork as well. It does have a slight pearlescent layer over the car as well. It does give really nice feature to the aesthetic of the car. Coming over to the last alloy, again, no marks or anything on the actual rim. So the previous owners really looked after this car really well. Get the beautiful Brembo calipers standing out as well, and plenty of tread on these tires. As you can see, guys, the car presents amazingly. Being the GT model, it does have those beautiful black and chrome finishes with the black grills on the hood as well, and the vents on the side of the car. And you can see just how beautiful this car really does present in the silky grey. Now we'll just take a look at the engine bay and we'll go through the features of the car. Alright, now taking a look inside the stunning engine bay. Here we have a 6-cylinder 3.3 litre turbo motor. Being a twin turbo motor, you do get the two, this car has been upgraded with the dual K&N pod filters as well. Now this does allow for extra induction into the motor and more throttle response as well. So plenty of speed behind the car, and as you can see, it does have the strut braces that does go across the engine bay, and that provides extra stability for the actual chassis alongside with the electrical suspension. This car is great for handling and plenty of power in this car as well. One thing I will note as a safety feature, the way Kia has designed this actual engine bay and the bonnet, in case of a collision, this bonnet actually tilts itself up to mitigate contact and to reduce the impact as well. So this car is designed inside and out. It's just a complete work of art. And like I said, 6-cylinder 3.3 litre twin turbo motor with an 8-speed automatic gearbox as well. Now this car has a 5-star ANCAP rating with 7 airbags, producing a power output of 272 kilowatts. So plenty of power with 510 newton meters torque, all due to the dual turbo and the pod filters as well. Now this will reach 100 kilometers in just 4.9 seconds, so plenty of speed behind this rear-wheel drive car. Now the fuel capacity is 60 liters. It does run on 91 fuel consumption of about 10.2 liters per 100 kilometers, with an average fuel distance of about 588 kilometers. So you can see this car's designed well, guys. Now we'll just take a look inside the actual car and go through the features of the interior. Alright, now taking a look inside the cockpit, as I'd like to call it, this car is designed to look almost like an aircraft. You can see it's really beautifully designed with plenty of space in the actual car, yet comfortable and graceful. Kia's really done a really good job at designing the interior of this car for the driver and the passengers as well. Plenty of space and plenty of features in the actual interior for the passengers as well. First, I'd like to start off on the driver's side door, so I'll start from the little details on the actual door and the way it's designed. You can see the beautiful leather stitching on the door trim here and on the actual armrest. One thing I will note is that it is a suede finish on the roof of the car as well, all through the roof, even the sunroof protector as well. So lots of detail and attention to detail actually by Kia, and really finely stitched threads as well. Really well done by Kia. So starting off on the driver's side door, the two passenger and driver side are fully automatic up and down, with the rear passenger doors being manual doors as well, although they are power. You do get your central locking button just above that, and your window lock option as well if two people do start playing around in the back seat. You do have your side mirror toggle controls just here as well, with your button to actually tuck them in case you are parked on the side of the road as well. Just above that is the presets for your actual seat. Now you do get 2 settings for the driver's side seat in case 2 people do drive the car. You can set it to each individual person's liking as well. Being the GT model, this car does come with a 15-speaker audio system as well, designed by Harman and Kardon. Now it does come with 15 speakers around the car, including 2 subwoofers that are under the seats as well. So really beautiful sound system, plenty of clarity, and real good surround sound system as well. Looking at the right side of the steering wheel, you do get the really nice gloss finish air vent with the leather stitch and vinyl behind the actual steering wheel. Just below there are a few buttons. You do get your dimming button for your actual cluster. That does let you adjust the brightness of the display in the front of you. You do get your lane keeping as well, which you can turn on and off. Now that will allow the car to actually remain within the lines as long as there are lines, but I do still recommend you pay attention to the actual road. It's more so a precaution in case of an emergency. Don't be texting on your phone. I do know a few people that have tried to rely on this system and have met with accidents just because they weren't paying attention. Just on the side of that is your blind spot monitoring on your actual side mirrors as well. They will indicate if a car is coming from just creeping up on the blind spot as well. Just under that is the Idrive system. Now that system just is a throttle controller. It does allow you to change the drivability of the car and the response of your throttle. You do get an automatic mode that does just automatically sense that for you, as well as an eco mode that does provide a bit more fuel economy to the actual car, and obviously your own setting, which you can level from 0 to 9, 9 being the highest, providing the most response in the option that you actually choose to go for. Just on the left side, just above that, you do get your automatic headlights and wipers as well. So being the auto headlights, you do just flick up and you can leave it in the auto mode. We'll do that for you. And being a Japanese car, indicators are on the right hand side as well. Just on the left hand side is your wiper and washer fluids as well. Again guys, it is automatic, so the car is very smart and built with plenty of technology, so you can just leave it in auto mode and the car will actually do everything for you. Less for you to think about when driving. Taking a look at this beautiful leather stitch steering wheel, beautiful design. Being the GT model, you get the really nice GT badging just under here and the Kia logo right in the middle there, so you know exactly what you are driving. Get this really nice piano gloss finish on the bottom of the steering wheel, a nice leather stitch. It does have 2 different textures as well, a bit more extra grip here as well, and slight cooling through the actual steering wheel. Just on this side, you do get your cruise control options, so it does have adaptive cruise control as well, and you do have a little button up here that does let you flick through the little display in there. Now that display does have your gauges as well, with your oil temperature, torque, and turbo temperature pounds, sorry, so your boost gauge as well, with a lap timer in case you are feeling a little bit adventurous and do have different intentions with this car, and your G-force monitor as well. Does also show your fuel economy and the different options that the car offers with your servicing, as well as the drive mode, which you can switch between smart, eco, comfort, and sport. I will touch on that a bit more later on in the video. Just coming over to the left hand side, you do get your media controls as well with your Bluetooth option, so your call and reject, as well as your voice activation and the mode to actually flick through the different options in your head unit as well. So beautiful design here and plenty of visibility. Just above that, you do get the heads up display as well. Now that does project the speed and any information just above the dash there, so you are not taking your sight off the road, and it does give a really nice image when you are actually using the system. Now coming over to the center over here, you can see how beautifully it has been designed and laid out. Now these fans are very functional and actually quite useful in the car. Today being a hot day, it's kept us nice and cool inside while doing this video. Really nice foam finish on the top here. It does provide that, although it looks nice, it is a safety feature as well. In case of an impact, you know you've got cushioning here and it's not going to be a hard impact on any kind of plastic. Head unit's touchscreen, very responsive head unit. It does have inbuilt navigation as well, and plenty of adjustable settings in the car for the actual car. You do get your drive mode custom settings where you can adjust the suspension and steering and powertrain as well, so it can improve the suspension and kind of set up your own setting to how you like to drive the car, as well as your active engine sound and your coasting settings as well. It does come with Android Auto and Apple CarPlay as well, so you do have that option, as well as your Bluetooth for connectivity for music, and a bunch of other settings for your actual EQ of your audio system, and plenty other features as well, which we can go into more detail with you when you do come in. Just under that, we have the hard buttons for the actual head unit as well, so you can control everything just from down here, as well as the steering wheel, but very user-friendly car, plenty of options. You do get your volume and power, as well as your seek option here. Just under that, dual climate control, so driver and passenger have their own climate settings. Actually, tri-zone climate controls, because the back seats also have their own settings as well, which you can adjust the cooling and heating, and play all the hard buttons just under here with your fan speed, AC, and mode as well to flick through the different options. Just under that, a little bit of storage. You do get a 12-volt charger as well with the auxiliary USB. Now this pad here, what that actually is a charging pad. You can just leave your phone there and it will charge for you if you do have that option with your phone. Obviously most of the newer phones do have it, so being a car that's designed for a family and ideally a businessman, you do get that as well when you're on the move and need to charge your phone. So Kia has really thought of everything when it's come to this car. Just under that, you do get your 2 cup holders as well, and this really beautiful well-designed steering, gear shifter as well. Now it is quite simple and quite classy as well, very easy to use and does shift quite smoothly as well. Very easy to get into drive, and you can see the 360 camera as well when I do put it into reverse. You do get the 360 camera and the different options as well, which you can flick through. You get the different views, the side view in case you are parking next to a curb, and the full 360 view of the camera as well. When you do put it into drive, you still get that option with the front camera coming on as well, which again, you can flick through the different options for the front camera in case you are forward parking as well, and you do get the sensors with the car. So really plenty of features inside the car. As you come down, you do get your electric park brake and your traction control and your auto hold button, as well as this little shifter is for your drive mode. Now that lets you flick through the different options. As I mentioned before, you get smart, eco, comfort, and sport. Now this car does actually have a factory tuned launch control as well, which I'm happy to demonstrate to you when you do actually come in for your test drive. I'm not going to demonstrate that in the video as you're not actually going to experience it, but it is controlled through there with this button and this button. So everything is here for your launch control. Just under that, got your parking sensors and your camera option. You can turn that off if you didn't want to use it, and you've got your heating and cooling seats as well for both driver and passenger. So I have been using it today as it is a warm day, like I said, so it's kept me nice and cool. Put that in park. Just under that is a little bit of extra storage where I've kept the keys. Being a keyless car, you can just keep the keys there, and you get plenty of storage just under here with a little loop here, little tub here in case you did want to keep some loose change, and a really nice leather stitched armrest here as well for the center console. Now just above that, as we pan up, I'll point out that, like I said, it does have a really beautiful suede roof with the sunroof protect cover as well. It is a fully automatic sunroof, so you can just tap that and the sunroof is just going to go all the way back as well. Beautiful for a day like today, but it is quite sunny, so I'm just going to keep that closed with the shade as well, because it is getting quite warm in here. Now what I'll do is get the camera person to just pan around the interior to show just how beautiful this car is designed for both the driver and the passenger. As she actually got into the back seat, she mentioned how comfortable the back seats are. So again, they've treated the passengers and the driver exactly the same and done the same comfortable leather stitch seats for the back as well. Beautiful design, great bolsters, really bold accent as well. So you can see that Kia has really done a great job with this car. A few other features that I didn't touch on, which you can't physically see on the actual car. Like I said, it does have the 360 camera. It does also come with autonomous emergency braking system as well as your forward collision mitigation system as well, and a rear cross traffic alert that does allow you, alert you when you are pulling out of a parking spot. It does alert you if there is a car coming towards you as well. So a lot of safety features. You got your blind spot detection and your driver attention alert as well. Now that is a system in the actual head unit that does alert the driver if the car feels like the driver is slacking off or feels like their attention has dropped during the course of the drive. It does alert the driver to take a break as well. So guys, the car's looking out for you, so I do recommend you do look out for your car as well and invest into protecting this beautiful asset. For watching the walk around video of this stunning 2018 Kia Stinger GT in the Silky Silver. And you can see just how beautiful this car is from the outside to the inside, and how much detail Kia has actually gone through in designing the car, from the daytime running lights to the vents that actually cool the brakes, and this beautiful front grille with the 360 camera, guys. This car is just so beautifully designed, and in my opinion, one of the best cars going on the road at the moment. So I do recommend you take advantage of this great opportunity. Now, if you did want to test drive the car or had any questions in regards to the car, the number to dial is 9907055. Now, just before I go, this car does qualify for a premium mechanical protection plan. Now, what that offers is 5 years extended protection on 181 electrical and mechanical components of this car. It does also come with 10 years roadside assistance and unlimited claims up to $3,600. Great value for money when protecting these assets, as I mentioned before. Another thing I would recommend you speak to us about is our glass coat and tint options. Now, what that offers is a lifetime protection and warranty on the actual paintwork on this beautiful Silky Silver, as well as the tint protection for your windows. Now, these are at an additional cost, but if you are using our in-house finance, I'd love to introduce you to our business managers, Julie and Mario, who'll show just how minimal these will affect your repayments. Now, please check out our Google reviews, guys. So just so you know, we're sitting on 4.8 stars with over 1,000 reviews. It just goes to show that you are dealing with the right people and the right kind of business, guys. So, like I said, if you did want to test drive this car and had any questions, please feel free to dial. The number to dial is 9907055. My name is Nathan, and please ask for me.